Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the Card Dungeon. Today, hold on a second. Much better. Whew, it's getting a little chilly in here. But today we've got some Christmas playing cards for your entertainment pleasure. Yes, it makes sense if you don't think about it. Okay, so we've got two decks of cards that we're going to go over today. These are some novelty playing cards. There are some Christmas cards out there in the interwebs that you could pick up for yourself. One of them is the Orbits. They just came out with a Christmas version. This is going to be a temporary version. They said that they're going to follow it up at some point with an actual Christmas version, but this one is just a temporary one for us fans. Anyway, let's take a look at what we got here today. Holiday playing cards just for kids and Christmas cards, standard poker size playing cards. So one has a tree and one has Santa Claus. So on the back of this one, it looks like we're getting the same back as the front. Christmas cards is on the sides. This is copyright 1986. Oof, these cards are older than I am. Christmas Cards Incorporated. Christmas Cards is a trademark of Christmas Cards Incorporated. And these ones, let's see what it says here. Hold on a second. Waha! That's a sneeze, just in case you didn't know. A standard deck of cards designed just for kids. You can play games like Crazy Christmas Cookies, Go Down the Chimney, Slap Jack Frost, Silly Old Snowman, Battle at the North Pole, and Christmas Concentration. Whatever you play, you'll have a handful of holiday fun. Contents. Important. 54 cards. Rules to 6 classic card games. Fantastic. These cards are from 2002 patch products. Very nice. These cards are a big deal, as it says on the side. A big deal. Yep. 2 or more players, ages 4 to up. Fantastic. Okay. So since we've already got these ones, let's get them opened up and have a closer look. Haha. There are some cards inside here. Very nice. So, get a quick little feel for them. These are kind of like what you would consider a cardboard style of playing cards. They're very thick, and they're just kind of more of a matte, like a, not matte, but like a thicker cardboard-esque feeling to them. This is the back design. It looks like it is a symmetrical design with some cookies. I'm gathering cookies, presents, candles, gingerbread men. Yeah, candy canes, all sorts of fun stuff. And on the front, it looks like we're getting, okay, here we go. This is going to be interesting. Mind you, it's not in order. We've got some snowmen for the jokers, but they don't say anything on there, and they look the same. So you could definitely pull something off with that if you want to do some magic with that. And then what we're getting here is we're actually getting Jingle Bells. There's Jingle Bells. And then, shaped in different ways. Then we have... Oh, I do apologize. I was up late, with all the celebrations. Here. Santa Claus. I'm gathering that's Mrs. Claus with the cookies. And is that Jack Frost? And then we go into the candy canes. Very nice. Jack Frost. Santa Claus. Yep, pretty much the same there. And then we've got Snowflakes. This is actually kind of cool, and it would be nice to see a deck like this printed on actually decent stock. And that's something that I keep saying. Like Christmas trees. Very nice. You could easily turn this into a magic deck, and all they would have to do is just pay a couple of extra dollars, and they probably would sell. I'd buy them. But yeah, so there you go. Boom. Okay, moving on to the Christmas cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. Actually, what I didn't see in there is I didn't see the rules. Now, being that this is an older deck, they might not have the rules anymore. So yeah, Christmas cards. These actually feel like they're on a better stock than the cardboard stock here. These ones actually feel more like the No Drama Llamas. You know, that type of, you know, next step up, like almost playing cards. Like they're not gonna be, maybe let's put them in the $1 range, which is basically just saying bare essential, let's get it pushed out. We're gonna put this in the $2 range, which is gonna put it almost up there with like maybe some aviators or something like this. This would be more like the classics, the cart classics, or just the classics from Cardmundi. You know, the basic playing cards. Very simple. These ones are more of like you could probably get away with some decent stuff with these. They feel a little bit better, but the quality of the material is going to wear out quickly. So even if you could pull off some stuff, it's not going to last forever. And the problem with these is they are not symmetrical. We've seen this before with the logoing, similar to the Aerosmith playing cards, where they had to just put the copyright on there, and then that of course ruined the effect, just like right here, copyright 1986. And so these make these one-way designs. However, nobody would even know. Okay, this is a deck that you could easily make work, and you could do magic with it and even have that copyright on it. So yes, if you want to do some Christmas magic, you could probably make it work with this. You could even do a couple of slights that, you know, to make it a little bit more flair. You're probably not going to get the slights out of this one like you would out of this one. So this is a wreath, and I do believe it is symmetrical in every other way. We do have Santa Claus in some eggnog for this one, and then this one, Santa Claus looking more like a gesture than Santa Claus juggling some ornaments. So there's that. And again, with this deck, we are getting into the very fascinating realm of people making decks and designing, like actually going the extra mile to put a lot of effort and thought. I don't know how much thought, but like really putting in some effort to these cards, but then not paying for the premium stock because they are just trying to sell novelty cards. And I advocate that you should just try it out. They're making all this money. Just try it out. See what happens. Go to MPC. Go to USPCC if you want to step it up a notch for one of your decks. But MPC is great. Submit your design and do one full run of premium stock and see what happens. Take the designs here. Like, these designs are nice. I like them. Are these going to be my new favorite cards? Probably not, but they're good enough to make it count. You could take it, and every time that I have a video like this, I will say it. These are collectible cards for holidays and things like that, but for a little bit extra per deck, you could be making twice as much money. Yes, but you could also be selling a product that everybody would want to get their hands on, not just collectors or people who want, you know, fancy cards. You know, like that's, you like, look at this. Okay, so we've got the ace. You know, you got Frosty, you got a snowman on a sleigh with some trees in the background. What? That's awesome. You know, you got little snowmen, you know, so you're you know, these are the snowmen for this one. And then you've got you know, whatever that is, the jack there, the queen, the snowmen, the snow queen, and the snow king. You know, that's cool. Then you got tree, like a living tree there dancing around. So that's really nice. And you've got red and green as Christmas colors. Perfect, right? Nice little tree there. A double, and it's reversible in a lot of ways. That's cool. The queen and the king of trees. Then we've got reindeer, Florida or bust. Look at that, Florida or bust. So you've got even like throwing in some cultural references. This is great. You could even do something here, and I would advocate for that. These came out in 1986, so this company is probably not even around anymore. But if they are, then maybe we'll do some research after the fact here. You could have easily snuck in his antlers. You could have snuck in a reveal or something. That would have been great. And then basically, well, this is a little bit much, I think. All of the reindeer are now the same reindeer from the Ace. So yeah, you're going to have a couple of flaws. That doesn't translate over well because you're just copying and pasting. But then you've got like the Jack, the King with the wand. You know, it seems like that's what they're all kind of doing the same kind of posing and stuff, but that's not terrible. I don't hate that, but you could have definitely went the extra mile a little bit with that and done a little bit of a uniqueness to each of them. Here you got elves for your other green one, and that's fantastic. You got, you know, the numbering is a little bit different. It, you know, the pips are nice. You know, there's a lot going on for this deck. I think that with a little bit of extra money and a couple of tweaks, not a whole lot, you wouldn't have to rework everything. You could probably make this into a drop nowadays, something that people would be looking for. So there's your Jack of Elves, your Queen. Again, they've got the wand and then the crossing of the hand. So they're all doing the same poses for each of the cards. But I love this. I think that you're so close to getting to that next level with these cards. I mean, you could almost, like I said, they're not they're at number 2 slot, not 1. And I would say that we're probably looking at premiums right now that I could probably go up to 6 or 7 for my rating scale. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. Like a $1 deck, a $2 deck, a $3 deck would be. I would say bicycles can be bought for $2 or $3, but I would actually put more like the aviators or something like that in the $3 range, and $4 or $5 would be the 2 different variants for the bicycle deck. So if you've got a 4, that's a solid, like your baseline. That's boom, you're golden. Anything under that, which unfortunately these are for quality, you're not going to be able to carry that. You know, it's in literally and metaphorically speaking, figuratively speaking, whatever you want to call it, the deck is not going to hold up over time. Whereas if you have a 4, with our rating scale, how easy is the deck to get is a big deal. And this is probably not very easy to get. The quality is low. There's a couple of flaws to the design that would make it a little bit difficult, but I would absolutely love to have a deck like this to carry that isn't based on the hearts and the diamonds and the clubs and the spades, not because I don't like that, but because it's nice. Like just having one random spoofy, you know, kind of like the which I haven't put away now, the harvest, you know, over there. But even those are still the regulars. But a lot of people are moving in the direction of potentially playing around a little bit with the different suits, which is great because in reality, there's so many card games with different suits and based on different things, and people are really expressing that artistic ability now by having the ability to create their own cards on a whim, like I'm trying to do. I know it's projects after projects, but for these particular cards, I think out of the 2 of them, like these ones are kind of cartoony. Like if we were going to talk about like what I would like to see, I would love to see this deck have $2 more per deck put into it. That's it. Let's see how much this was. Agway $2.49, which may have been like might have to look it up blind to see what the original. I know it was from '86, so it could be a different price. But let's say $2.49. That's going to put you in between $2 and $3, which is going to put you right on my rating scale of a deck that is just under par. Push it up $1 or $2, and that's going to give you almost probably, because the way that I would say it is that it depends on the deck. But Bicycle has the crush stock, and then they have the springy stock. There's 2 different ones, the thicker one and the thinner one. I would say the thinner one might be a little bit better just because out of the box you can just go right into it. This almost has that feel, but it doesn't have the quality. So if you bump this up to the, let's say, slightly higher tier Bicycle where you could take it right out of the box and go right to work with it, this would be fantastic. And this would be a deck that I feel like could be something spectacular. This one is a little bit more cartoony. It's not thought out as well, and obviously it's really more difficult to determine with the quality. But, you know, you've got the Jingle Bells, you got the candy cane, the snowflakes, and the trees. You could do something with that. I really think that would be fine. But here's the question I have for you today, because we've got these two fantastic Christmas novelty decks, one from 1986 and one from 2002. My question for you guys is, for any of you guys out there who are doing card tricks or anything like that, what would you do with a Christmas deck? What kind of effect would you go for? Would you do a seeking effect? Would you do a card to any number? Like, that'd be kind of cool, like a Christmas effect. That's the question, though. Let me know down below if you guys want to, if you guys have thought about it. If you have a Christmas deck, especially something like this, and let's say it's maybe not premium, but let's say it's definitely like good stock, what would you do for a Christmas effect? What would be your go-to Christmas effect? Let me know down below, and maybe if this goes anywhere, we'll come up with one here for New Year's, and we'll actually perform what I think would be a decent Christmas effect. Who knows? But here we go. We got Christmas cards. We got Christmas. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. We did have some stuff happen here. As you could see, there were no videos over this past week. Everything is okay, but people get sick, especially nowadays. It happens, so we've definitely been locked down, which you might think would lead to more videos, but no, that's it did not. It actually led to me working, because of the rules and stuff, I was pretty much not home, and then I come home and crash. So either way, got very busy here towards the end of the year. I did get some presents, so that, I mean, I haven't done a live stream in a while, so maybe, just maybe, I have a week off here, like an actual week off. Maybe we'll do some videos this next week. Maybe I'll put up a poll to see if you guys want to do live stream. If you guys end up seeing this part of the video, I am trying something towards the beginning too, so if that worked out, let me know down below. That's that. I'm just rambling at this point because, you know, I talked about the cards. But we got the Jokers over here. There we go. The Santa Jokers. These are actually quite nice too. And I really didn't look like heavy detail into seeing if there was some type of reveal, because you could definitely do it. But hey, that's that. We had some Christmas cards for you today. And so I hope you guys, whoa. What happened? We got some natural symphony here. I guess spring is trying to work its way in already. I mean, winter just started. Christmas is today. You know, we got months of winter yet. But I guess for you guys, if you want to see some flowery, colorful cards, well, check back and we'll have these for you. Maybe. For sure, yeah. Ooh, that was weird. I don't know what's going on here. Getting out of here.